Alright, everybody. Once again, welcome back to Torchlit Tavern. And today, I'm your Dungeon Master. We're in a dungeon. This is a dungeon. This actually doesn't happen much because it's been a very city-centric. But I'm your fucking Dungeon Master.
I see.
And that's exciting for me.
Okay.
Namely because it gives me a credible and, legible, unarguable way to railroad you assholes.
Fair.
To my left.
Everybody?
I'll take the two.
Okay.
Good.
You've done enough to us, too, that we're never going to...
We can assume that Ryan would clap for you out of courtesy.
Ryan doesn't know how to hate
2.5.
This is his first campaign with me. He hasn't learned to be tired of my shit. Strana?
Yes. So, once again, Strana playing your favorite dwarf, rushing off into the darkness, as it were, with very little armor and hopeful intentions of saving children.
At a what movement speed?
140 right now.
Yeah.
140 what?
On the ceiling.
140 feet per 6 seconds?
Yes. Yeah.
For clarity.
Run the math, people. See how I'm doing in PH.
And somewhere above him is Mitch playing Beware of Falling Objects, or Bruce.
And I think when we did the math a long time ago in another campaign, we found that's about 600 feet every 6 seconds, I think, when he first started Descent. So technically he's moving faster than you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Very good. Very good.
And especially with the mass that he's got, he's going to go pretty quick to critical velocity.
Look at that.
Yeah,
mass.
terminal velocity is on its way.
Yeah.
And to his left is the master of this dungeon.
Nah.
Dylan, the good boy. He's back. And to my left
Is, of course, the gentleman skeleton, Mr. Grimm. And, he's played by your friendly neighborhood Jeff. And we're excited to see what kinds of fun things
And
we
Jeff
find.
is moving at a breakneck 30 feet per round as he strolls calmly through a dungeon.
Mm.
Following the
course.
ley lines.
Of course.
At least he has a map.
A gentleman is never rushed.
And, so yeah, we're back. It's our 5th edition Real Play. Very dramatic podcast where... dare you. How dare you, no matter how honest that was.
I died, and I still don't think it's dramatic.
So, as we stated, Strong is running at about 140 feet. You're running about 120.
Yeah.
In a few rounds, you guys lose track of each other. How are you seeing in the dark?
Goggles to night vision.
Okay.
Always carry those.
Takes a little while, because you're moving at similar speed. But eventually you find yourself a little lost. Roll me a survival check.
Can I interest you in any other check?
No.
Are you sure?
You can check my patience.
I do
He does that every game.
Every time we do introductions.
Yeah, you rolled nat 20.
18 survival.
Alright. So, you feel like you're on the right track, but it carries you into this section of this dungeon where it seems that you've somehow ended up in an old, rotted out, dilapidated cathedral. There's what's left of pews, and your night vision shows you what looks like a large, stained glass mural that has somehow survived down here. And at this point, I'm going to say either A, y'all need to shut the fuck up,
Okay, I'll leave.
or B, take a step out for a moment.
Right.
Alright, so yeah, you see this giant stained glass mural, and this temple, this place, you recognize the iconography of Newman, and the stained glass shows like light shining down, like a beam of yellow that shines down upon the land, and it's like a hole has been punched into the sky, and it shows it, and you kind of go into this weird mental fog as this place changes in front of you. Like, it just rolls across, and the whole scene looks new and fresh as opposed to in a dilapidated dungeon. And then the mural shows up, lit, and Azazel steps up next to you.
Oh, the actual embodiment of Azazel.
It feels like it. Like,
this
is sort of an illusion. It's sort of in your head. He's doing something.
It's kind of shadowy creature.
It's similar to the scene where Thanos was showing you Titan.
Got
Last
it.
Avengers.
So Azazel's mortal forms.
Yeah, so it's a man with... He's human shaped. He's got small horns, a clean goatee, and he's wearing a red dressy robe that's well tailored. And he steps up next to you, and you find yourself kind of not able to respond. Like, you just have this sort of lock on you. And he steps forward and he begins to speak. Hello, Dylan.
Goat fucker?
Fair. I'm going to ask you to listen to me. I'm not here to belittle or insult. I simply wish to make my point. And he shows he waves his hand and the mural changes. It's like, everything you know about Newman says that he created mankind. He is their god. But that's not the truth. And he waves his hand and the mural changes, and it doesn't change much. This beam of light is still there, but at the top of it is a figure that is now silhouetted, and he's falling to the ground. And the ground has stopped being this picturesque landscape of Earth. It's now this blasted hellscape. And he's like, in the beginning, all the gods were created by the Creator, and each one of them made a race. And each race got along at first. And as time went on, the differences between them grew. And every god loved their creation. And as the races warred, so did the gods. The Creator did not like this. My father was told to make his own race. He wanted one that would balance, and my father was the favorite. He was chosen. He was without flaw. He was the Creator's favorite son. And he had begged him to make a new race, and at this point, my father had begged off because he did not know what he wanted to make. So the Creator told him to make a race that would bring peace to the world, because if he could not, he would wipe it clean. So my father went about and he looked at the other creations by the gods. Newman's beings were filled with light. They were similar to angels that walked on earth. The gods of orcs and dwarves all had their qualities they valued, and he took them all. He took his favorite quality from every race. Industriousness of dwarves, the tenacity of orcs, the wisdom and quick thinking capabilities of elves. And he put them into one being, and he called them humanity. And humanity bred and thrived quickly. And Aegis found that he loved that race, but turns out that humanity took on most of the bad qualities as well, and war continued. In fact, it got worse, and humanity started to overrun. The Creator decided that the best response to this would be to, 1, he banned all gods from the earth, because part of the problem was that gods were descending and fighting one another and destroying the thing that he had made. And he banned them from it. And they followed that rule for a while, until my father was caught amongst his people. And because of that, the Creator decided that he would go with his original plan. Wipe it clean. And he started with Newman's people. He obliterated them in an instant. And then he took my father and he cast him down, and and the light of the person shows him being thrown. And it's like, and my father was thrown into what was left of, well, you know it as hell. Meanwhile, the other gods, seeing the destruction of Newman's people, didn't want it to happen to theirs, and they all rose as one and conquered the Creator. My father, on the other hand, being the first to suffer the wrath, was damned, and everyone blamed him. Newman took humanity as his people. So when I tell you that humanity is mine, it's my birthright. Newman controls them. Newman treats them as fonts for power. Their continued worship gives him everything he needs to maintain a firm grasp on his leadership. Because humans are the most powerful race on the realm.
What happened to your father? If it's your birthright, that means it had to be inherited.
My father lives, but the cataclysm made him not what he once was. You remember the cataclysm being a strange devastation that wiped much of the world. Like, entire forests were flattened. It's one of the reasons the elves have never bounced back. And he says, but I'm not here to talk about him. His time is over. He's left it for me to clean up. My point is this. I know my methods have not been the way you'd like, and I apologize because I am an immortal. I do not think of things in short terms like you do. To me, the idea of wiping out 100 people in the grand scheme, it doesn't amount to much. But I do feel that if things continue the way they will, it will be catastrophic. Newman is insane. And he shows you how all of the... And Newman won't stop at humanity. And he shows, like, the scene changes, and now it's back to the original scene. And in the light, there's this idyllic god figure in the beam. And not just... There's a bunch of humanity in the front row, but you can say all of the races bowing and kneeling before Newman. It's like, he wants to be the only god. It wasn't that long ago that Newman viewed any race as evil. And it shows Fists of Newman, paladins, marching through an orc town, killing everyone. They were evil. You think of Akara. You think of everyone in Orc Town. It's only been the last 50 years that they've toned it down. There are dwarves and elves in that church who did that not that long ago. And it shows... Sorry.
I'm going to take a mental snapshot in case I need to do some painting later.
And then there's like one scene of this orc child, looks like he might be from your past, standing, and a dwarf in plate mail just cuts it down and is standing over him. And then he says, I'm not going to say more other than, if you help me, it's not the worst thing you could do. And he holds out a book to you. And he's like, and it's not the book that you remember. He's like, you don't have to take it now, but it's there. If you need it, I will give you not just the powers you had, but more powers than you can fathom. I like you, Dylan. You could become my avatar. And the book, though, is this. On it is written, my first book of spells. And the R is reversed. And it seems like it was constructed by a 10-year-old kid. And he's like, I couldn't find your old one.
So Dylan's hand twitches for a second towards it and then goes back to his side. Then he looks at Azazel and goes, I hate that I understand you. because my father, I don't remember much about him, but based on what people tell me and what I've learned, I assume was once a great man, but his son was a bit of a dickhead, and because of which he became a bastard of a person. And
I mean, that's all in perspective.
yeah, it's perspective. But my perspective, he's a bastard of a person that shits on people's graves in front of them. So, moving on, what I'm saying is, I understand. I don't like what you've done, what I've had to do. That shit lives with me. And you truly wanted to save the world from something, you shouldn't be thinking about the cost of 100 in the grand scheme of things. You should be thinking about the cost of 1. You start thinking about that, maybe I can talk to you.
He smiles. He nods his head and he closes the book and he puts it back in a pocket. And he says, I'm truly sorry for the day your perspective changes. And the whole thing kind of snaps back to reality. And he just evaporates. And you find yourself in this dilapidated place. And you do have this immediate thought. It's kind of like the old beacon you used to get. Where it says, it's that way, by the way.
I'm going to look at the mural, the stained glass mural. I'm going to look around. I'm going to pick up a rock. And I'm going to go, plus I've never been a fan of gods. And I chuck it and I keep,
Okay.
and I walk out.
Alright, let's get them back in here.
Fucking
So yeah,
solid.
Bobp is just booking it. And while Bobp doesn't talk much, Bobp is alone. I do want to know where is Bob's mentality about what just happened.
They've taken the children.
Yeah, Dwarven children.
Dwarven
right?
children.
Yeah.
Like,
They're gonna die.
They're gonna die.
If Bobp had a level of barbarian, rage would be entering.
Alright. So we are getting an extreme emotional response from Bobp. Does it show?
He's basically going, yeah, all the
So
way down.
yes.
So
that's a
yes.
yes.
I mean,
So down, just retreating from is.
if a tree falls in the woods.
If a Bobp rages in the cavern.
Yeah, the Bobp rages alone in the caverns.
Yep.
We all hear it somehow.
And
Yes.
but the problem is in that rage, you're having trouble finding your way. Roll me a survival.
Okay.
Your stone cunning's failing you right now.
Yeah, actually, add. Go ahead and if you have stone cunning, I'd let you use that as well.
I don't think that's a
No,
thing.
it's nothing.
Okay, it's not a thing anymore.
No.
I'll give you a bonus of 2.
Yay, 15.
All right. You find your way. Eventually, you kind of you find yourself going deeper into this catacomb, and you end up in this large chamber shaped like in a big circle with several branching pathways. And at the center of this circle is the gentleman, Mr. Grimm, who can read ley lines and knows which direction to go.
Pop, 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 pop,
Just
pop.
And
I stop all of a sudden. You just hear.
On the roof, by the way. On the roof.
yes,
You have to remember the dwarf is on the roof.
Wait, on the roof. Got it.
Yep.
I look up.
I go. What? How? Where are the children?
Oh, I have not found them yet. But I have found where the world tree of your world's roots have knotted.
That's not important. Children. The children are important. Where are the
They
children?
should be somewhere around here.
around this time, I will say that because you did get like a direct beacon to catch up,
Yeah.
you also are entering from another pathway.
How'd you get here? Where's Bobp? Oh, hey, Bobp.
He has not found the children yet.
I knew where I was going.
But not finding the children.
I was looking. I've not seen them.
Wait, how'd you beat us here? How did you know where you're going?
You mortals probably can't see them. There's roots of your world tree. I just followed them.
Oh, ley lines. That makes sense. But it's really stupid you can
Roll
see
Arcane.
it. It's really stupid. Arcane, that is... I believe that's a 15.
He can see them when activated by blood. And he can use that knowledge to kind of figure out where they're going.
That's fucking weird. But honestly, considering how I met Roy, not the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
And you guys, while you're bickering, you roll perception checks.
I was going to say.
I also rolled a number.
Yeah.
On a D4. And I need you guys to bicker about what number you all
Nat
are.
20.
Okay.
3.
I was number
What'd you roll for
1.
perception?
11.
That's the number I am, by the way. It's 3.
3.
What I rolled on perception was 18.
2.
Okay, so you're 3, you're 1, you're 2. What'd you roll for perception?
11.
Right. You hear it first.
Goddamn.
It's the loud, crashing, crumbling noise of something above you coming.
I think back to how much I actually owe these people, and I just take 4 steps, then 5.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, it's hard to pinpoint. You just know it's above you. You'd have to.
I'm heading towards my doorway.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at it and go, I gotta check something.
Earthquake protocol.
And as you're moving away,
Disengage.
you guys hear the sound of
Shit!
as a section of the roof crashes through right above the gentleman, Mr. Grimm, who must now take
16 on a reflex.
I've decided that a 650-pound crashing Bruce has the same effect as the shatter spell.
16 on a reflex.
Okay.
Jeff smiled.
So you'll only take half damage from this. Way to go. Roll 2d8.
I'm dead if he hits me with that.
He is a construct.
Straight out.
Actually.
I have mending.
I have 3... I've got 3 points left right now. You can hit me with 1d8. I'll
An
probably
athletic
die.
of 19 to salvage the landing.
Yeah, so we're gonna say that,
I'll get the healing potions.
you should roll a reflex too. I feel like you and Gentleman Mr. Grimm are, because you're on the roof, in very similar
like Bobp
positions.
should roll the reflex first as
Yes.
an order of matter of operations. Okay. About 40 feet first.
No, it's 15. I just kind of go. I look down between my feet and I step off to one side.
You feel the rumble?
Yeah.
That's a weird thought.
That's like
Looking
what
down
the-
between your legs to hear the sound.
Right.
I look down between my legs at the ceiling, and
Wait, you guys don't do that?
Bobp takes half damage
No, go.
as he moves out of the way.
He catches your
You
ankle.
what? Am I rolling the d8s?
Yeah.
Are you? Here's
Okay.
some D8.
It's an environmental
Or all right, so everyone in this takes 3 damage except for Bruce, who's fallen through several layers.
Several
We're
floors.
just gonna say a good solid 20 rather than roll dice. Sound good?
How many healing potions do I have left?
So, I took 3 damage. I'm a
unconscious.
bone pile.
He's unconscious.
It's like right.
Bruce, you are
Mending.
you are sitting in a pile of bones.
All of the lovely bones.
At least now I can't be hurt or killed.
When I'm dead,
Upside.
I can't be hurt.
Upside.
Well, no, I mean, like, I can't die.
Yeah,
When I go to bone pile,
Like,
I go,
what is it?
actually, I go
There's
up to
300
1, and then I'm untouchable.
Yeah.
There's 312 bones in his slightly humanoid body.
Yes.
We're gonna have to 3 CPO.
Oh my god, we will. 3PO. I'm gonna walk over to Bruce and hand him a healing potion.
oh,
Drink up.
Bruce takes the healing potion.
And as I empty it into his gullet,
I mean, I'm not dead.
I
Bruce is laid out because he
uh,
doesn't want to get up.
that heals you for, I believe, 5 points. And then I reach into my backpack, walk over the bones, and I all of a sudden I go, wait. Holy shit, I'm out. Well, now I feel bad.
Bruce stands up and he brushes bits of bone off of his pack and his pants. What? Who else got
I
it?
go-
Bobp, you alright?
That hurt a tad bit.
Yeah.
You should not cause so much shrapnel when you fall through floors.
Sorry.
Picking him up and putting him in my bag of holding.
Okay.
No, just
Do it.
Give
It's
me-
rude to rob the dead.
Give me-
Leave them where they fall.
Oh, okay.
give me the important parts. I'll put them back together.
I store all.
Do you guys try to put the Bone Man back together? Because I'm gonna need some medicine checks.
And it is at that point that Bruce sees the top hat.
Okay.
Nope.
Right. So his legs are on backwards. I rolled a
Hold on.
rolled the tip.
Nope. Nope. I told you. That's why I don't kill people. You get fucking skeletons.
We all have skeletons in us.
Bobp is starting to put the bones back together. What is your roll?
Mending. Oh, total 10.
I rolled
Mint.
12, so I'm not helping.
Unless you want to go like...
All right. So while you're
Insider.
going nope, Bobp is doing his best to put a bones together.
I think this is a toe, and I hand him, obviously
It's
the thumb.
So you rolled a 10 for your medicine.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
So
How long are you out? Is it? There's how much time go? It's like a regular healing cycle, right?
Oh no, if it's medicine?
No, I mean
I
for
don't
him
know.
to heal naturally or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like a regular healing cycle.
Okay.
Jeff, how
Yeah.
much health points do you stop at?
1. I have 1 health point. When I'm reduced to 0, I can bone
Wait,
pile,
can you do
and I
your
go
rally
up to
cry?
1.
Do you? Okay.
Yes.
Please
And
do
then you
it.
have to wait
1.
for a rest.
Yeah,
Bob,
you reduce
I
yourself
don't
to
think
bone
that's
pile,
how
you're rendered prone and are considered to be...
No, this goes on this
do
boat,
similar
I swear.
effect as a death spell.
No, he needs more.
That's
He's
Well,
taller than
subject to
you.
this
There needs to be
condition.
more ribs in there.
Oh, that's true.
That's
Are there just extra ribs and they go all the way around?
That's a kneecap, not an elbow.
Well, no, just hold on to that. He
Human-
doesn't need that. He needs this. He
Humans
needs his
don't
arms.
have elbow
He needs his
caps.
head.
This is a pelvis.
Like I said, that part's not important yet.
I could
Bruce
use this a
walks
while
over
back.
to Mr. Skeleton's head. I need you to, I need you to get the fuck up. And Bruce uses his rally. You get 1 more HP.
It's enough.
So you're
You are
back
at
up.
least conscious. How bad did we fuck this up? You
Wait,
are
somebody
in
find
a
the
bit
jaw.
of a mess
Somebody
as you
find the
awaken.
jaw.
Okay, I think I found the jaw. It's either the jaw or the pelvis. I'm really mixing up the two.
No, this is no. This is one of those odd things that you humans have. It goes off your back end.
Oh,
This goes in. Wait, put that with the pelvis.
what?
Fucked up my roll.
Here, let me... Oh, no, this is the jaw. I'm holding a pelvis as you wake up.
Good point. Don't worry, we'll get this
Bruce
on.
is not
Binging.
touching the skeleton. Just to be clear. He's just
I wake up
yelling at it.
without my bottom jaw attached.
Or your legs.
Or your legs. We're working on the arms.
I think
You
we
might
should...
have a few extra ribs in the wrong
Do
spot.
you think we could make some glue?
Gentleman Grim wakes up.
I have mending. This is no.
Upon waking, I cast prestidigitation on myself and reform.
Bruce backpedals.
The problem is now there's certain things fused. wrong.
Is like Mage Hand helping too? Like just sort of like picking up the pieces that are too far away.
Yeah, anything that's too far away,
It's like the
Mage Hand
brushing
draws
motion.
in.
Yeah.
Mage Hand just draws in. You see me put myself back together, and I'm back in my nice.
I hand you your hat.
I take my hat. Thank you.
Do you give yourself like a little?
Yes, I do.
Well,
The whole way around.
320 times.
The whole way around.
5 minutes
he
later.
shifts his pelvis and there's more cracks somehow. And if anyone knows a cracked pelvis.
For whatever reason, he adjusts.
Yeah.
We don't know why.
Great. It's
And then
funnel
once-
whacking from Alice in Wonderland.
Once everything is back in order, my clothes look back to my nice
I was gonna
Victorian
say,
suit.
Has a minute passed?
Oh yes.
Okay. Bob just goes. Ah.
Bobp passes out as the
pass-
skeleton gets up.
And it's just lucidly drooling, just going, God damn it.
So I only need a 4-hour dormant cycle. That's my long rest.
Got it. You're like an elf.
So, how are we gonna fix Bobp now? We can't reattach it.
I'll be fine. Give me a jiff.
I mean,
Bruce
at this
walks
point,
over and kicks him.
at this point, you guys are.
Sorry, really?
He's alive.
You
If
guys
he can complain. He's alive.
are.
Really? I kicked Bruce back in the shin.
He's fine.
You guys have used the spells. You guys have taken a lot of damage. You're in a location where a rest might help, but like we said, kids have been taken, so this is kind of your call.
What's my sword doing?
Your sword is not glowing at the moment.
It looks
It's,
like coffee.
it's light. It's just green.
It's just green light. And for those of you who weren't here last time, my sword casts a very vibrant green light.
When he casts light from it.
Yeah.
When he is in danger, it glows red.
It either glows red on the blade, or the light turns to red.
Oh, and it also makes a chime, right?
And it hums.
Yeah, it hums. When you're in danger.
It has a low thrum, the light turns to red, or the blade glows red, and it vibrates.
The sword. Just Alright. So, what do you guys do?
Come on, we have to move.
I agree. And I'm
Who knows how to track crap?
You guys want to fill each other in on
Right.
what's going on.
Children missing, going after children, dwarves. Going now. Gas took them. Bad.
Sure.
So I should kind of know how to track things, but
Have the skill?
no,
Then you weren't a good tracker.
You weren't a great tracker. Maybe you had people who did that for you.
not probably. I go, tracking things. I was more of a kill it when you find it kind of guy.
I had someone else do the finding.
Right. He finds it, you kill it. New plan. Good plan. Let's go.
I have high perception and insight. I do not have a high survival.
I was going to say, you have dark vision goggles. You're good. Man, eyeballing you.
Yeah, aren't they a lovely design?
Don't make me come over there.
So... What kind of checks are we talking about, guys? What are we doing?
15.
To do what?
I'm
Survival.
aging his ass.
Looking for tracks. What am I
None of that
looking
really matters.
for? First of all.
Investigation.
Taking there.
Nat 20.
Solid.
My rolls have come back. I go talk to the devil and they come back.
That's not good
Causation
precedence.
or correlation?
Roll something. Look at it. Tell me what you think might help. Give me sell me on something. And I'll let you do it. You don't have to try to do the thing you suck at.
Okay.
Detective Dylan.
So, what I'm best at is insight
Okay.
in this scenario
What'd
that
you
might
roll?
help.
You can tell the
I
tracks
rolled-
are full of bullshit.
I rolled a 10. No, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, 10. Sorry, I'm just checking.
What'd you roll?
Investigation.
Investigation, not too great. All right.
17.
Well, not bad, but
Not bad.
All right. So Bruce sniffs around and he finds a scrap of clothing that's obviously not raw. It exists, and whatever. Nothing's been through here. You would think, except undead and monsters that dwell
Does
here.
it smell like filthy dirt pounder?
It does. And from that, Dylan snatches out of your hand and kind of does his Batman IR.
The goggles.
Yeah, exactly. Batman IR. And he kind of starts looking around, and you get the idea that they did come through here. You and Bobp sort of come to the same conclusion that they could have gone any direction. You do know that while a lot of this room seems to be a room where some of the ley lines have connected from several of the different passageways, but you notice that they gather in the center and then continue down one path.
Okay.
And the only reason you know this is because there is a small puddle of blood where Bruce hit the ground.
Follow the main vein.
Jay, I wouldn't do this if it wasn't kids, but I think to myself, can you ping me where they're at?
You get nothing. There's no response.
Motherfucking...
It's just you talking to your head.
Damn.
So,
Wanted to help.
I see
Gotta make the deal, man.
everybody looking around and putting things together. Is anybody going, not sure which path they're going down, or anything audible like that?
Bruce
It's
is
like-
just searching.
I think
Is it here? Or over
yeah,
there?
Dylan and him would probably be arguing about it because they're investigation checks.
Bob, how many pounders?
At least 2.
And they're what?
kids.
No, what's got them?
Ghouls.
Gas, something of that
Undead
sort.
things.
Ghouls are gassed, yeah. Undead. Feral undead.
Feral, muscled undead.
Well, somewhat.
Do you follow the ley line?
Yeah, I'll just go. I'll start following the ley line and go.
Do you see in the dark?
Yes,
Okay.
I follow the ley
Technically
line.
no. But
A quick check
Where?
on. A quick check on. You've got a light source. Everyone else sees in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you?
yeah.
Okay. So you get to the edge of one of the doorways where the ley lines kind of go, and you notice that not only is there a thing, but you see what seems to be a symbol painted on the wall. That roll me a religion.
No.
You're not there yet, so
16.
you don't recognize it.
Okay.
where the hell are you going?
I was just following these roots of your world tree. I'd say most likely the direction that you would like to go is this one. But this marking I do not recognize.
Really,
Just-
what marking?
This one here.
Bruce moves down the hallway.
Yeah, I just follow Bruce.
Do you guys look at the marking?
I look at the marking.
You don't need to roll. You recognize that symbol. You've seen it recently.
Yes, I do.
April nat 20 anyway. Alright, so for your religion check, you remember that the cult of Vina likes to kidnap small children and use them in dark rituals.
Oh, that's it. They're all dead.
The spider goddess's symbol is painted on the wall.
Oh, they're dead. No mercy this time.
Yeah,
No mercy.
I tried.
In fact, point of fact, let's go back.
You want to go to that house?
No. What we need
Bruce
to
is
do
like
is we need
40
to go
feet
get
ahead
some
of you down the hallway. You're just going.
alchemical
As soon as Bruce...
Really?
Hold on, hold on. We're talking over each other. Please stop.
I look at Bobp. Here's alchemist fire.
Excellent.
I hand him one of my alchemist fire.
Bruce obviously just pounds through the door, and I'm right behind him. As soon as I don't recognize this. So I take a minute, and then he pounds through the door. Well, fuck it.
It's like what? No detect magic on the door? Really, guys? Let's detect. No.
Oh, is there a door? I thought it was just an open.
It's a path.
Yeah,
There's no doorway
there's
on
no
it.
door.
Okay.
You don't need
A
to open the
doorway,
door.
not a door.
Okay.
It's like a...
An archway would
It's,
have been a
to
more
describe it as like
Yeah.
spokes on a wheel.
Yeah.
Like, there's just hallways branching off.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, then, yeah. I was like, I investigated it for a while, and then went right back to following the ley line. Then.
Alright. At this point, I'm going to ask everyone to roll a history check. And Dylan gets advantage.
Yay!
23.
Alright.
No, it won't. History? Because I probably live there.
Yep, back.
14.
Wait, why are you rolling a D? 13 for my history.
Alright. That's the best you got?
It's with a +1.
Oh, okay. Alright, yeah. I gave you advantage because your past. You found out that you actually studied with the historian from the
Lord.
from the college, yeah. You, because your history is different than theirs, you only know that it is likely that this place, due to its ley lines and ties to whatever ties it might have to the Fae, this might be a place where worlds merge occasionally. Fae
Okay.
could come through here.
It's a breaching point.
Yes. For several realms. You understand that it's not just Fae. The Fae is the most common.
Yeah.
You, Bobp, through your studies of the history of this place that you've been living in, you remember that this city was built on the ruins of an old pirate port. It's likely that if you follow these lines, it'll either come back to the ocean, or it will. You'll either end up in old sewers or old cities, as you've seen, like old parts of the town. It was a fortress at one point. It was a pirate fortress. Like, they had built their stronghold. And because you roll so high, you even know that that stronghold was built on the ruins of something else.
Bruce, not history man.
Not history, man.
Bruce, not no history thing.
Bruce wrapping it all up with the very straightforward thud, thud, thud of a Bruce moving through a dark hallway.
Is walking down the hallway, pulling out bits of shrapnel and broken everything. Bruce uses his whatever feature that is that gives me the ability, my spider's feature, to heal 15 hit points.
Second win.
Okay.
essentially.
No, it's actually that.
You guys chase after Bruce, and
Dropping bloody shrapnel on the floor.
yes,
I just walk after him.
Plank, piece of plank.
and
I'm casually walking behind him.
Hey, that's my shtick. I follow Bruce casually.
I would be in front of him.
Every now and then the gentleman, Mr. Skeleton, hey, that's me. A piece was plucked out of an open wound in Bruce somewhere.
is there any prep or anything you'd like to do? Do you have?
I should remember that I have a displacer cloak. That's
It's important.
Bobp, you do get a message from the Thane, or the Thane's priest,
okay.
asking you, where are you? Can you maintain position? We wish to send aid.
Can maintain position. Tracking down children. Cultivina. Possibility.
Okay. You need to tell that if you're
Everybody,
trying to maintain
hold
position.
up! Yeah. Hold up! We're gonna get some supplies.
How long?
ETA?
You have a message, right?
Yeah.
Cast
It's
it.
a 0.
Yeah.
ETA to help at this location.
You get a response back. Please send directions. So,
Right.
go ahead and give. It will take them as long to get down here as you. Longer. You move fast.
I move fast. I move very fast.
It'll take them at least half hour to an hour.
Okay.
They're dwarves, so they should have some version of black.
They'll get there pretty quick.
Oh yeah. Well, what I was going to say is for direction's sake.
Yeah, they
Just bang on the walls. They're dwarfs.
Ding, 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 ding.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right. You send out the Dwarven Morse code.
Yeah. Hammer just boom, 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 dun, 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 dun. It's like, what is he doing? Just wait.
Now, I will point out that if you choose to use that method,
I know.
it'll alert things throughout the dungeon.
Yeah, I know.
That's a loud method.
It's very useful, but not quiet.
Yeah. No, instead.
Well, my question to you is, do you guys have the resources to continue? This is your chance to get... You'll lose time, and, DM may penalize you for it in the future, but you'll also get fully healed and restocked.
I would love to be healed.
I'm good without healing. I'm a little on spells.
I ain't waiting while kids are hurting.
Same.
I mean, I won't stay behind.
It's like,
if
here,
no
I'll just
one
do
else
this.
will.
We'll leave directions from chamber.
I have
Okay.
Cancel
63
my other
health.
damn things.
I have 63 health.
As the fighter, you are the...
Yeah,
I don't need this shit.
I have 49.
54.
I'm fairly spent on my extras, but I do have a lot of health.
Yeah, I always forget
For
that
your
Dylan
gauging
is
purposes.
on accident very tanky. Dylan's got the second best health in the group.
I have the
Always
same
has.
con as him.
Yeah, it's your health is actually terrifying for a
Yeah,
squishy
Cause
quote unquote
what's your
character.
full health? Like
54. I used 2 healing potions earlier to get back up.
57.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
All right.
Anyway.
37.
Yeah.
Yeah, you the crunchy.
You
and
the
Roy,
crunchy.
I think Roy's not much better than you.
No.
Roy gets melted.
Yeah.
Skeleton guy, can potions help you at all?
What does it say?
Well, it says I'm an undead, so I'm using I'm.
Undead aren't affected adversely.
Do they say that in the healing potion? Because 5th edition's
You're
weird.
gonna look
They don't adversely affect undead because they don't directly state.
No,
that
but he's
undead
a
are
quote
hurt by these
construct, so
anymore.
he might be able to be affected by mending. Well, I know I can mend him, quote, but I don't know what it does.
It's one of those things where you have a cantrip. I'm not sure if I can let a cantrip be a heal.
Yeah, but it's literally
It's very specialized too.
this spell can physically repair a magic item or construct.
But he's an undead.
I know.
Like, he's not a construct per se. What does it
And
say
even
for
if
you?
you did, it would be like 1 to 3 health per round.
Rules thing. So yeah, in answer... Oh, sorry.
Let me come back. Skeleton guy, can you use health potions at all? Like I rub it on your forehead or something? I don't know.
Some people rub. You put it on my sternum. I feel great.
We're using a homebrew undead class. 5th edition does not talk about healing and the undead. I believe officially they can heal, they can rest like anything else. But I think for the simplicity of it, because I've also stated he is a fey creature, that healing potions will work just fine for my table on Jeff's character. And that's how we'll do that.
We just have to apply it like vapor rub.
Yes, I love that. So, yeah.
Yes. I believe a potion should work just fine.
So do you drink it, or like... What do we...
Just rub it on.
I can see you ain't got a belly.
That is true. Hand it over. I will apply it to myself.
All right.
You can't do that in public. You'll go blind.
Bruce, how fucked up is you?
I'm pretty hurt. I won't lie to you.
What does that look like?
Couple fractures.
Yeah.
It looks like a couple fractures in the visible fractures in the bones that you can see, and like normally he's got great posture, stands up straight, holds himself well.
That hand you fired is like a mangled, broken thing.
And now he's like a little, he's holding himself together, but he wobbles a little more than he used to.
He clanks. actually clatters.
Yeah,
I was going to say, you hear creaking.
So my flair question for Jeff is, if you are a magically animated skeleton creature,
Fey thing,
does the energy that holds you together show out of your cracks?
Yes.
It's for completely aesthetic visuality reasons.
No, you did say that if you take wounds, there will be a slight light, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You see the,
a
mist or a...
You see a little...
We can see the faint glow of Riggedy wrecked all over this poor skeleton.
You can see it's almost as though like energy in a smoke form just kind of leaks out a little.
Like lit up dry ice smoke.
Yes. That is exactly what it looks like.
Here. And Bruce gives you a health potion. Rub yourself with that or whatever and tell me how you're feeling.
Oh my god. The gentleman, Mr. Grimm's like a Roman emperor applying exotic oils to himself.
I actually will just take my hat off, put my hat on my cane, and pour it on my head. And it drips down my spine.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe he's born with it.
And you see the arcane markings that only glow up whenever, which you may or may not have seen. I didn't make a point to bring it out. Only glow up when I'm using my sorcerer stuff. All of the arcane markings light up, and the potion seeps in.
Okay. And your bones mend and crack back into place for however much healing you would get.
What?
D6 plus 3. You roll that.
I will. I have my own D6.
Much better.
Much better.
So, Jeff rolled for his own.
You rolled a what?
So, Jeff, how much healing did I roll
9?
for you?
Was it 9?
Yeah, total of
D6
9.
plus 3?
Yeah, total of 9.
Alright.
By the way, Jay, you'll be happy to know those original potions he gave me before the heist, and the potions I got on my robe of Fuck You, Jay, all spent. They have all been spent.
That's not true. Bruce has one more.
Oh yeah, I gave you a bunch.
We it's good for me to know. Meanwhile, you guys march into the darkness.
So,
I leave a dwarven
do
script.
you need like one
They know what it means.
more,
They know what
or
that
how are you? I don't know what the hell.
Well, I'm approximately at about a third of my normal strength, but I think I might be able to make do from here.
Bobp.
So Bobp is running tailing Charlie and marks the wall with the back end of his war hammer, leaving "We went this way." Anybody who knows how to deal with dwarven tunnels.
Bruce puts the extra potion away and he pulls out his cup of "Be happy, it's okay," and he holds it in his hand. And
This fucking thing.
you can smell a faint odor, like some sort of perfume is what's dripping from it. And what would be flittering around? Lightning bugs? Is that what would sort of flutter around Bruce in a catacomb?
Is that your leaky cup?
Yes.
Yes.
There are what we call them night moths. They glow a little bit when light hits them.
Fluttering around Bruce, all annoying and shit. Bruce is not bothered by this.
I am.
So, does anybody want to tell me, do we know who has them?
Nope.
Y'all are looking at that symbol on the wall like it matters.
Yeah, remember the gals that were stealing the children up top?
Them cult ladies?
Hey, can I see your cup?
Again?
Yep.
No.
So, symbol for their church on the ground. Dwarven children gone.
Right.
Yeah.
The smell of the perfume fades. And you notice that blood starts dripping from the cup.
I mean, to be fair, you're supposed to be very calm and at ease. You're probably handling that
Bruce
pretty
is.
well. Okay.
Bruce is great.
Okay.
The subconscious is a bitch.
But
And I
he's
apologize
holding the
for
cup.
interrupting that. Say it again.
Everyone, I'm assuming we all begin to walk, right?
Yes.
As we walk down the hallway, Bruce is... It's terrifying, but he might be skipping. It's definitely there a little bit of hop in the step, and the perfume...
Little pep in his step.
The perfume smell starts to wane about 10 feet down the hallway, and it's replaced with just the sound of a viscous, heavy drip. And, you notice, in particular, Jeff,
I was going to say.
that what is now dripping from the cup is blood.
Not only that, but every time everywhere it hits the ground, the ley lines light up for you.
See, now I'm more comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that type of happy Bruce.
He's still moths.
Still moths. Those just vampiric moths.
Happy little creatures.
There's this sort of weird version of but it's like dark. Yeah, metal version. And you, so the combination of the blood dripping allows you guys to like follow this path. Every time there's a branch, you can correct the space because. I mean, you have a firm belief that if they're going to do something with these kids, they're going to want to do it at the
best point.
Yeah, at the best point.
Center of the nexus.
Where the most number of these ley lines connect.
Yeah.
Tromp, 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 tromp. Or actually...
Tromp, 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 scratch.
I was going to say, stealthy, 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 scrape.
Your guys are trying not to move too much faster than your aide, correct? Or are you guys at a pretty brisk pace?
Bruce is following the skeleton at whatever pace the skeleton moves at. Because the skeleton is in theory leading Bruce to where they're going.
Okay.
And Bruce couldn't really follow the skeleton.
How fast are you moving?
I have my movement speed.
Your movement speed? Alright, so Bob's kind of falling behind. Well, between your slower speed and the fact that you gotta make scratches on the wall, you're trailing. You can see everybody.
I was going to say, I'm up 20 right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you took
Long stride is an hour.
Oh, shit. You're fine.
Sweet.
You keep up and do all your shit.
Oh, sweet.
No
then
problem.
I can stealth also.
You're at the back of the pack, but you're in the pack.
Yes.
Yeah, because you have long strider as well.
Yeah, because he
They
gave it
both
to
do
me.
Oh, shit. Yeah, alright.
And Boots of Elven give me advantage on movement stealth checks.
So what are you trying to do?
Basically gonna
Scout ahead?
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna dip ahead and scout because if they're not really looking around, so they're
Go ahead and do that.
with advantage, luckily.
Yeah. Need it?
Yep. So 12.
Okay. Every time you come to a branch, you wait, and you get him to tell you which way to go. But for the most part, you're staying about 30, 50 feet ahead of everyone, and giving the scout. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
That I'm good at.
Yeah.
13.
All right. You get to a branch, and this time you don't feel the need to wait for them because you can hear voices.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check that shit out. Because delaying with kids never turns out well. Julie's missing an ear.
Yeah, so with that thought in your mind,
Julie is on my mind.
you go on the path to the left, and you hear two voices bickering, and as you get closer and closer, you hear them arguing, going, so when's the ritual going to happen? As soon as our leader says so. It's like, but we're being followed. It's like, listen, Akara's in charge of this. She's the one who says what we do. If you don't like it, get out. That's where we're gonna end it.
No?
And on the cliffhanger... Dun, dun, dun.
Did you say Akara?
Sure did.
Yes.
He sure as shit did.
Yes, he
What are you doing to me lately?
I just love your character so much.
It doesn't feel like it.
Hello again, everyone, and thank you for joining us on Torchlit Tavern. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we hope you will continue to enjoy many episodes in the future. Don't forget to like us and rate us on wherever you listen, and don't forget to share us with everybody you know so our podcast can grow. Also, don't forget to follow our show on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Podbean, Apple Podcast, or whatever your preferred podcasting service is. And furthermore, should you wish to follow our lovely players in their epic journeys, you can follow them at the following locations.
Hey guys, it's Ryan, favorite Warlock Roy, and you can find me on Twitter at RyanSCBSantos.
You can find your favorite DM, Jameson Oxford, on Twitter at Agent Beige.
And you can find your good boy Dylan on Twitter at Argo Omega. Fuck your Warlock.
Rude.